Yo, it's your boy macmean. True story, all stories ain't true, but this one is, you already know. And today we're gonna talk about the difference between After Prison Show Rabbit and Danny. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference. Okay? So we're gonna get on that. Check it out. Let me give y'all a rap. Listen, y'all better pay attention to these YouTube streets. These dudes will sell a soul for these YouTube eats. And I don't know most of these cats I speak about. I think it out, I read it out. The people follow me. Enemies think it's clout. Midlife crisis. Old gangsters, divas, bro. Cigarette in a sandwich and they singing like a leader, bro. Caught up in a rapture. Body don't got a stature. You probably got to max up. A lot of dudes don't match up. Danny, that's a piece of ish. Rabbit give me different vibes. Banky's my mother effing brother from a different tribe. Rabbit gonna make it cause he manned up and didn't lie. Hands up a different guy. The average man just wouldn't try. Pray for these brothers. Chain bangers, switch the logic, a different closet, the same hanger. Prayers up, I used to hit the street and flare it up. Nothing nice, a bucket of ice, tear it up. Now I give advice cause I bit it twice, the state pen. I'm here to try to save a life, not to make a friend. I almost had it, you know what I'm saying? They ain't all the way together, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Who got it all together? You know what I mean? So anyway. Okay, we're going to talk about the difference, or we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between, you know what I'm saying, After Prison Show Rabbit and the difference between him and Danny. Just a little bit, because I don't want to be too negative today, you know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to follow this. I didn't want to make, you know, go back into the After Prison Show thing, but it's just too juicy, you know, to talk about. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, first of all, I want to give some shout outs to a couple of people, you know what I mean, that really been, you know, just down from day one. And it's only right that I give them a shout out and let them know, I acknowledge them and stuff like that, and that I respect, you know what I mean, and I acknowledge, like I said, your presence, you know what I mean. So first and foremost, my boy Rux Mojo. I ain't gonna tell y'all his real name. This is my boy that does like unboxing videos and stuff like that. We just be having real dope ass conversations, you know what I'm saying, concerning moving business forward and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I want to give a shout out all the time to my boy Banky. You know what I mean? Just a different type of dude, and I always welcome real people. So Tales from the Pen, my boy Fred, big shout out to you. You know what I mean? On the Lockout Warpath, y'all already know. G'd Up. I know I'm gonna forget some people. Q from G'd Up. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to hit some of the subscribers, because y'all subscribers, the ones that rock with me, y'all just been showing me mad love. You got to have so many reasons not to rock with me, but y'all rock with me, and that means you see something in me. You feel me? And thank you for seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you could easily just turn around and said nothing. So I'm humbled by that, and I'm always going to respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to Paisley, aka PJ, for reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, for me reaching out and them being receptive to that. I want to give a shout out to K Rock the Ruler. You know, I want to give a shout out to Mind the Major. Excuse me, Mind the Major. You know, is my boy C Major. You feel me? I forgot. Is it Mind the Major? I don't want to mess his channel up, but Mind the Major. You know what I'm saying? My man C Major. He's not a subscriber. Well, he might be a subscriber, but he has his channel too, right? So Luis Santiago, Ernesto. You know what I'm saying? Solano, Ronald Hawkins. Too Real for You. You know, I want to give all y'all a shout out, right? But I want to give a special shout out to Rhonda Green. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, Rhonda Green she's a subscriber that follows the channels and stuff. She reached out because she had some good intel for me. Maybe I was missing a couple of things, and she's the one that been filling me in. She's a fan since day 8. You know what I mean? She's a good person, and hopefully I could get an interview from Rhonda if she's with it. You know what I mean? We trying to work on it now. And hopefully, you know, moving forward, we probably could do that some more if it goes good. All right. So let me get into this. And I maybe I might title this the wrong way, saying the difference between Rabbit and Danny. I shouldn't even put Danny's name in it, or I shouldn't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But there's so many differences about Rabbit. You know what I mean? And this is what's going on. What people that don't know what's going on. Rabbit is a okay, there's a show called After Prison Show. And on After Prison Show, there's a guy that helps these dudes, you know, that's coming from jail, that's having issues getting on their feet or whatever. Or maybe they don't have issues, and he's just trying to help them make that transition. Now, Rabbit is a guy that's been on the show for a long time. One of the other guys from the show, Dave, and Rabbit was actually locked up together. So Rabbit comes home and he does a lot of stuff with Dave and Joe, the guy who owns After Prison Show. And you know, along the way, he's had some bumps in the road, and he's got himself, you know, a habit. Now, anybody that been in jail that know people with them habits, man, the worst thing to see is a person that's on dope. I mean, the second worst thing to see. The first worst thing to see is a dude that had a perm in the street. And then when you go to jail, that perm starts growing out. He's trying to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? You see all of that nappy hair coming up on the bottom, and then that straight stuff at the okay, that might be the first. The second thing is going in with that habit, especially a heroin addict, because you had, from what I heard, it's a lot of physical pain that comes along with trying to recover and rehab. So, you know, a heroin addict, a lot of times they don't want to go through the program and stuff because the pain associated with it. You know what I'm saying? So the one difference that I do see about the biggest difference, and I should say the one difference I do see, because I don't want to give Danny that type of light or bring him back into the picture, you know, on a negative, on a negative, you know what I'm saying, leg or whatever. So, because in your addiction, when dudes is addicted and people that got family members that really get high, you know what I'm saying, you understand the vibe. But the difference is that one guy wants to get help and one guy really don't want help. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get dudes that stutter step and act like they want some help and they never really go through it. But Rabbit's about to come out of this 7-day detox, and he's going to get chauffeured right into a 9-month program. 6 to 9 months is this program, right? And let me just say this. This is totally left field. Joe, you need to reply to some of your comments, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these people, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you got to reply to them. And I'm back just like that. I had a couple of technical issues, but I had to fix that. Got that together. Closed the window because I was hearing that banging in the back and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not perfect around here, but what we got. True story. But, another difference between the situation with Rabbit is that they love Rabbit. The people for the APS people love Rabbit, and a lot of people reached out and try to help him. It's almost like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Rabbit, it's just like you want him to win. You want him to get past what because you can tell he got a hell of a characteristic. I mean, he got good characteristics. And one thing that stuck out was when Joe was talking to Dave, and Dave, or excuse me, it wasn't even Joe talking. I was looking at Dave's channel, and Dave was talking about how he met Rabbit and stuff like that. And when he came home, Rabbit made a makeshift pair of panties and sent it to him. It was like, yo, you left it. You left these here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you develop relationships with cats that's in jail, and I think that's where my personal life, my political view largely stems from what they do for, you know, prisoners. And because the relationships that you develop in there kind of last your whole life. So, you know, one day I'm gonna talk about Dave too, because I just love the way he made his transition too, and you can just see something so clean and pure and in him that, you know, that wants to work out. You know, there's a certain people that you come in contact with or you see, and you just have good vibes about them. So I just feel, I just hope for the best for so far. We're gonna see how the story plays out. Hopefully, you know what I mean, he actually goes into the rehab, because sometimes, you know, like, you know, people get off the drug a little bit, and the whole time they'll be thinking about getting high the whole time. So if he gets chauffeured into this program and he stays away for a while, I believe that he'll get the type of influence with him that'll make him make it. You know what I'm saying? And let's just pray for the best for bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if Danny would have came with the same type of vibe, like, you know, just admit that you got a little problem and you're trying to get things together, things might not be in line for you, you know, and the best thing that you could do is attack yourself first. I mean, one of my practices in life is that, you know what I'm saying, like, even when things when something goes wrong, I got this habit of trying to take the responsibility for what went wrong, even if I feel like it's not my fault. Especially when I feel like it's not my fault. There's just so much power in that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Danny, if once he gets to that point where he admits what was going on with him, people will switch up their vibe with him, because we all human, and we know that, you know, motherfuckers fuck up. That's it. I mean, plain and simple, you fuck up. You fuck up. And it might not be drug addiction. It could be anything. It could be personality and characteristic glitches. But even through drug, like, one thing that you have to realize, that the universal consensus about Rabbits, when he's not high, he's a hell of a dude. So, you know, you don't get that vibe from some other people. So I'm so glad that the other people that was on the show was helping out. And hopefully, you know, while Joe's out of town, homegirl, I forgot her name, could go, you know, pick him up and get him to this program and stuff like that. And let me just say this last thing. You know, this is my critique for Joe. Again, right? I'm going to give you your props after this, but I'm going to tell you something. You have to really, really, you know, like, I know that you live in this polarity of a world where you have to juggle your YouTube life with your real life. And your YouTube life leads into your personal life, because some of these dudes, you know, you take responsibility for them in some form or shape. And, you know, I'm going to say it one more time. I think that you should, like, delete that video, or not delete the video, or you know, mute the part where you're speaking about how his clothes look. And I know that you're keeping it real, but you kept it real enough. There's different ways you could describe that. Me and Rhonda Green, the subscriber, she put that into my mind, and it was already there. She just verified what I thought, that, you know, like, some things you gotta be careful and, you know, be a little bit more sensitive moving forward before you publish your videos, because you never know how he's gonna take it. You know, this week he's gonna be clean physically, you know, clean of the drugs, and then you never know. You know, they might have a computer where he's at, and as you said, he doesn't have a phone, but doesn't mean that he doesn't have access to what's out there. And, you know, furthermore, people might put him on and be like, you know what, he said that your clothes were shitty. This is not a good look. And I know I'm micromanaging this, but that's just really big, I guess, in the people's lives that have addictions. So, and this was verified by people that had addictions. I have my little struggle with, you know, popping pills and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about that one day. It's not a chapter that I normally talk about, but I have my personal experiences. And I have family members that died from using heroin. Died, you know. And at least 5 members of my family personally died, including my aunt. Like, that was like my mother, my other mother. So, it sits close with me, you know what I mean? And I just hope the best. I hope for the best for Rabbit and Danny, man. You know what I mean? Wherever you at, Danny, you see this video, man, I hope you out there getting it together. I hope one day you get next to Joe, and, you know what I'm saying, y'all clear your demons out. You know what I'm saying? Even though I believe you are a piece of shit, I just don't know if that's your true character. Maybe drugs is responsible for it. If that is your true character and you're not on drugs, disregard everything I just said and go kill yourself. ASAP. No Rocky or Ferg. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents. I'm pretty sure I forgot a few things. I'll get back to this. I'm going to stay on this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Your boy macmean. True story, all stories ain't true. Like, subscribe, share this video, tell people, you know what I mean, this cat from the Bronx is out here. You feel me? Wow. Reinvent yourself.